Hey, what up, man? So, this one is going to be concerning, recently it's been a lot of talk concerning the abortion changes that are coming up. I made a couple of videos concerning that. Go back and watch them if you haven't already seen them. But we're coming upon this notion of where people are promoting just raw numbers and just having children, and that's one of the problems we already have. All right, it shouldn't. It's definitely should be a quality over quantity when you're talking about human lives. Okay, you shouldn't just be out here promoting women and or men to conceive and give birth to children that will not be properly taken care of and properly, um, you know, given the things you need to be a successful human being in society. Right? Big and major issue. One of the biggest issues we have is the overpopulation of impoverished neighborhoods to unfit parents. All right, that's just the ugly truth. There's a lot of birthers out here more than there are parents. And I say this again: there are a lot of birthers out here than there are parents. And until we change that dynamic, this downward spiral we're in tailspin is going to continue. Um, does abortion need to be stopped, and especially concerning the black demographic? Of course it does, because black women somehow lead in the the percentage of abortions that are had. All right, that shows a lot of irresponsibility when it comes to your sexual practices. All right, um, is there a lack of intelligence and a lack of morality, and a lack of a lot of personal things needed in order to pull yourself up out of a deep hole that you consider yourself in? Yes, there are. And again, that's something that to a degree is genetic. All right. There are some people that are just born from um just people with issues, man, and problems. That's a sad truth that nobody likes to talk about. But I said this a long time ago, man. Don't let a pair of expensive jeans leave you with a deficient gene pool, with a fucking bargain basement gene pool. All right, these chicks get out here and they see these dudes back in the day, Vizus and Red Monkeys, whatever they were. I guess today they talk about ball mains. I don't know what the hell, whatever these rappers talking about, whatever brand they're promoting right now. But you get impressed by the shiny things and a dude that might have a nice car and whatever, and this dude's a fucking straight up idiot, right? And that's what your child is going to have to make up their genetic material from, right? So it's going to be very difficult in order to get a genius from a fucking guy that's a half a chromosome away from having Down syndrome. And that's no diss to nobody with Down syndrome or anything like that, but you understand what I'm saying. So we got to get away from this idea that it's okay to just go out here and we need numbers, 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 numbers. No, we don't. We already have numbers. What we need to do is focus on training the numbers we have and getting them to some type of code, getting them on some type of understanding that there's a standard. All right, I keep saying it: standards, code, morality. All these things are important, man, because you're going to need them. That has to be indoctrinated and beaten into the psyche of people at early ages. This is why they say, go back to the scripture, the age old adage, train up a child. All right. If you don't want to get religious, hey, there's plenty of other parables or sayings that you can use. All right. One of the things country folks used to my grandma say, you got to bend that tree when it's young. All right. You all saplings. That's why you see them structured up with the chicken wire and the boards to have them grow straight up. If you don't, the tree will grow however it does, and once the tree gets to a certain thickness, you can't bend it back. All right. So what we have to do is we have to start taking the young men and young women and children that we have, and start again flooding them constantly, inundating them with positivity, structure, encouraging intelligence, you know what I'm saying? Encouraging being good human beings over all the stuff we see in the media. Many people have brought this up now. I think we really have to start looking at this and thinking about it. as easy as it is to get something flagged or banned or whatnot, what have you, especially in the Facebook, I don't ever see, the white folks hood brawls. All right. I don't ever see the Asian hood brawls. I don't ever see even the Hispanic hood brawls. I see niggas though. All right. They got it to the point now where it's got, may contain violent, whatever, or sensitive content, uncovered video. And every time you uncover the video, it's a bunch of niggas in a fucking neighborhood. I just saw some shit today on Lil Duval's thing. Some girl kicking some girl's car, kicking her car. And then lo and behold, the girl runs over, uses her car as a weapon, runs the other lady car over, slams the door on her leg, and later on the girl kind of showed that her leg wasn't broke or whatever. We got to get rid of that type of stuff, bro. That should be shunned. All right, we should be flagging those videos down, because all you're doing, and this is why I say I can't take people serious when they talk about, you pro-black and you got to be black first and all this. Well, if you black first, bro, you make sure that video get flagged down. You'll make sure that be inappropriate content. You don't see any other demographic allowing that to be shown and allowing that propaganda, as you say, to be constantly regurgitated concerning the black community. But for whatever reason, World Star Hip Hop still alive and doing well. Strictly based off of nigga shit. Strictly. All right? Excuse the language, but that's what it is. I have watched my my ad-libbing. But yeah, that's something we gotta start shunning, man. We gotta start getting up out of here, because you're gonna have to move a lot. The niggas have too much say in the black community. And until we push the niggas out and push the niggas away and make a clean and finite separation between the black person and the nigga, we're all gonna be looked at as niggas. Because again, the black people are allowing the niggas to have the loudest voices. The black people are allowing the niggas to be the first thing you see on the platform. Okay? All right. It shouldn't. That has to be stamped out. It has to be some shit where you see that going on and you just, it's not cool. There's no more excuses, especially for adults. Children are acceptable, and it's understandable because they're children. They don't know any better. You pull those children to the side, you teach them, you encourage them to do something different with their lives. But grown-ass adults and niggas, nah, fuck them. Fuck them, bro. It is what it is. You're too, especially the older they get, the least amount of sympathy. I have no sympathy for a person that's over the age of 25 and still engaged in nigga shit on the daily. Don't have any excuse. It's such thing as second chances, but you won't get it with me. Go somewhere else. I don't have time. Just like I had the wherewithal and the intelligence and whatever it may be to make the decisions I made, to make the right decisions or make the better decisions, put myself in a better situation in life. You could have did the same thing. You chose not to. All right. You chose not to. Life's a choice. That's one thing about life that's a great thing. It's free decision, man. Free choice. Of course, some people don't have a situation and you get jammed up or something like that. Hey, to that, it is what it is. But again, the exception is not the rule. And those are very few and far between. And like I said, I've seen the people come out of the two-parent or the one-parent drug addict home and still be, law-abiding citizens, success stories, all those type things, because of the decision they made. All right. So if and when that happen, that can happen, and that's more likely what happens than anything else, especially in this day and age, or the technology age, where you have access to information you look up for yourself. This ain't like when I was a kid in the 80s or in the early 90s, where you had to go to a library, look any and everything up you wanted to know. All right, you literally have the power, like He-Man around this motherfucker, man. You have the power in your hand to find out pretty much any and everything you want to. You can look up things that'll help you be an alternative legal route to make revenue. It's things you can learn and turn that into a lucrative way to generate revenue. All right, there's kids out here that learn how to code or learn how to create software, and they're becoming $1 million moguls of apps before they're even teenagers. So again, if a child can do that and a child can be that brilliant, you definitely can do the same and put it in the same amount of work and effort because you have access to more things than that child does. But hey, as long as we keep making excuses for niggas out here doing nigga shit, ain't never gonna change, man. Okay? We don't need more numbers. All right, we need to improve the numbers we have. All right, the biggest thing that we have and the biggest issue we have, because again, it's just having kids thing, that's not gonna help. You already been surpassed, bro. Black people never gonna catch up to Hispanics. You never gonna catch up to white people. None of that, okay? Especially when y'all promoting and y'all saying, well, oh, you know, you gotta be all black anyway. So again, if you live by your logic, where if you ain't dealing with another black woman, where again, who's fully black? What is black? Black's not African. We've already established that, right? At some point in time, there's some type of intermixing of your genealogy, of your genetics, of your bloodline, of your lineage, all right? At some point in time. So even by definition, that makes no sense. But y'all keep regurgitating it. So by that logic, you just stick with another black person, all right? You're not going to be able to procreate with enough, especially in monogamous relationships, be able to procreate with quality people, okay? Or even just random numbers, even just every dude, you know, impregnate as many women as he can. You know, it's just not gonna happen because it's already been happening. Females are already out here getting pregnant at we don't know how many rates, and then, but I guess you could say hell they're countering it with the abortion rate. So who knows? But either way it goes, man, we got to start working on what we have. Okay, you got to work on what you have, bro. You can't get, you know what I'm saying, a whole bunch of fucking cars. My first F-bomb, sorry. You can't get a whole bunch of cars, man, and you claim you're a mechanic and just keep letting the cars pile up. You got to fix the one. You got to make the one the masterpiece, all right? And refuse to just take on as many jobs as you possibly can because, again, people are going to come to you for your quality, all right? If you fix 10 cars and all of them broke down within a week's time, what's it going to do to your reputation? That's the mentality we got to start having, especially when it comes to something as serious as procreating and creating the next generations of the black person, man. So that's that on, man. That's that on that. Thank you for taking time out to watch the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.